I look at complexity, the business of complexity, I look at it at 4 different layers. There's individual, and that's what we're going to talk about today. There's organizational, there's industry complexity, and then there's market complexity. And today I want to talk about individual complexity and really tackling that one at the root cause of it. So whether you're a mid-level manager and you're watching this video or you're a C-level executive, I want you to get something out of it and I want you to take action, because you're responsible for the way in which people think. The context at which they think, you help create that, okay? And looking at complexity, not that it's this problem that we have to solve, but more so it's a situation that we have to manage. And that's very important, by the way. You want to solve problems and manage situations. Now, why is also this important and relevant in America today? Well, according to the Gallup organization, 70% of employees are disengaged. 7-0. So imagine this, if you have a team, let's say of 10 people, and you're trying to win a game, and you got a team of 10 people, well, really you have 7 out of 10 are disengaged. That means there's a lack of effort and there's a lack of emotional interest. That means they don't care. You only really have 3 people that are trying to win the game, and ultimately 7 out of 10, there's probably 2 people that are probably trying to help the other team win the game, and you might not even be aware of it. And a large part of this is due to the complexity of their world, the complexity of what they're up against. So I want to leave you with 3 tips here. The first thing is to be aware of it, is to have your awareness of complexity at the individual level in your organization. And if you're a manager, a senior level manager, and people report to you, is identify what are they up against? What is the complexity that you can help with? Very simply, a question that you can email them is simply this: what activities do you feel produce little to no value? What activities do you feel produce little to no value? Email that question to your folks, the people that you manage and you supervise. Now, you do that if you have courage. Some of you probably won't do that, and I understand that. You're comfortable, okay? But for those of you that really want to move the ball forward and really want to obtain results, go ahead and try that out. And then have conversations with them. A large part of why people get disengaged and frustrated at their work is because they feel that it's not meaningful. They feel that it's not producing a result. They're just doing things, just random activities, staying busy, doing emails, attending meetings. So really ask that question: what activity produces little to no value? So that's the first step, is you got to have an assessment. You got to really assess. Maybe it's also done that you do some assessments with surveys, perhaps, to really ask some more questions to see what is complexity costing us, okay? Organizations that are not able to deal with complexity, they're not able to really respond well to disruptive technology. They're not flexible. Their people aren't happy. There's a number of different things. The second thing is to look at is to have honesty. Be honest. Like I said before, is when you ask a question like this, what activities do you feel produce little to no value, is you have to be prepared. You have to have the tough skin for people to come back with maybe a process that you came up with that produces little to no value. So don't really be so tied and have ego with your idea. Okay, so be open to that. By the way, 80% of great ideas within companies they don't come from the top. 80% of them come from the front line or from middle level management. All right, just something to keep in mind. So step number 2 is create this honest and this transparent environment where you can have conversations on that what produces little to no value. This is the stuff that's the complexity that's clogging up the system, okay? And then the third thing is to take action. Have conversations around this. Another question you can ask is, hey, if we stop doing this process, or if we stop doing this system, what would happen? Would anybody notice? What would the impact be? These are the questions, the conversations, the dialogue that you want to start to have as senior leaders, and then also you want to have these with the people that you supervise. Because if you can help them obtain more meaningful work and accomplish more results in less time and with more enjoyment, now you're seen as the leader. Now you're seen as somebody who they can come to, somebody that they can trust, and it helps free you up, because it won't be too long that you're going to get more complexity in your life. My name is Eric Papp, author of the 2 books you see behind me. If I can ever help or serve your organization, please email me, eric@ericpapp.com.